Hi, Aquarius. I wanted to redo your zodiac sign because uh, just terrible Wi-Fi and my neighbors were having an argument in the background. So I figured, I'd do you some justice and I'm just going to redo your video for the rest of December 2025 Love Edition. And we're going to divide this reading into multiple parts. We're going to first talk about the ex. This will also apply if you had a fling with someone and for some reason you're curious about them, or you just don't know why you never heard from them again, or why they blocked you, or why they disappeared, or a blast from the past. That would be the ex. Whether they are in your environment or in the atmosphere or not, point is, we're going to read about the ex right here. We're also going to talk about singles, especially those singles, and looking. Usually I try to focus on the singles on this portion of the reading, those who are looking for something new, don't really care about the ex. Sometimes the ex does come out in these readings, but you never know, right? But I try to focus on the singles for this portion of the reading, for those who are ready for something new and want to move on, right? And sorry about that. Then we also have to do situationships, on again, off again relationships. This portion of the reading will also work for people who are in friends with benefits. That's what I refer to when it comes to situationships. So we have situationships, on again, off again relationships, friends with benefits. That would be this portion of the reading. Newly involved, let's just say you meet someone new in December, or you already did, since we're already on the 17th, 18th of December when I'm live streaming this. So either you met somebody new, or maybe between the 18th and the 31st of December, you just happen to meet someone. Come back to this part of the reading to see if I have some messages for you, or for those who already met someone, this portion of the reading will be for you. Then last but not least, committed relationships, also who are in domestic partnerships, but not necessarily married, or those who are also married or engaged. Okay, so I left my box over there, but I am going to be using the traditional Rider-Waite tarot reading. It is in black and white, as you can see, the Justice card. They are in black and white. I did it for this reason because I am using a green screen. I wish I lived in this beautiful yoga studio, but I do not. And so I'm just going to go ahead and do this reading. And let's see what we have to say first for the ex. Let's see. So let's see, universe. What do we have? What messages do we have for our Aquariuses who are curious about the ex, a blast from the past, whether this person is in the picture currently or not? Can you let us know what is going on? What can you tell us? What information do we have? What predictions do we have for the rest of December 2025? All right, let's see. You want attention. You want attention, and I feel like you want attention because Aquarius, do you have a really hard time accepting when things have failed, or when things are just not good for you, or when things are just not worth it? Do you have a hard time, Aquarius, accepting when things have failed, when relationships have failed? Do you have a hard time accepting things when relationships end? Because it's telling me right here, you desperately want somebody's attention. 5 of Cups in the bottom of the deck. So that's telling me right here, Aquarius, that we are crying over spilled milk. I know I'm going to cover my face a little bit, but I kind of wanted to show you. You see how this person is very much focused on the past. This is the epitome of crying over spilled milk. This is, from my understanding, that's where we get the quote from the tarot. As you can see, this person is focused on the past and how things didn't work out in the past, and how a lot of stuff were compromised. Maybe credit cards, maybe a home was compromised, whatever. Maybe future plans were compromised because this ended, or just hopes. Maybe you had personal hopes and you know, aspirations when it comes to this connection that you had with this ex, and it was all left behind. And we're still focused on that, even though we have 2 cups in front of us. It's saying that not everything is lost. You're just not focused on that. You're focused on the stuff that you have lost or the things that were compromised. And now we're in a place where we want attention desperately. We desperately want attention because we have a hard time accepting things when things have failed. In the position of the self representing you, Aquarius, you do have judgment in reverse. So this is telling me right here that, but at the same time, you have a hard time with getting to the bottom of things because you fear that certain things will turn into arguments or turn into conflicts. So maybe you want the attention, but then there's this hesitancy on your end because you don't want conflict, or you feel as if you were to reach out or do something about the situation, you might fear that there might be a confrontation or a conflict in some way, shape, or form. In the past and passing, yeah, totally, 6 of Cups in reverse. This was definitely a soul contract. This was definitely a soulmate situation. So point is, let me recap right here really quick. So it seems like when we have the 6 of Cups, let's talk about it when it's upright. So when it comes to the 6 of Cups, now you got it in reverse, but let's talk about it in the upright. So it seems like we have come to a place where we had met someone that either it almost felt like you kind of known this person for a long time, whether you did know this person or you did date this person for a long time or not. Then this is telling me right here, point is that this could be someone that you probably even dated for a month or 2 weeks. But this person, you had such a great connection with this person that when it ended or when it didn't succeed, when the relationship didn't move forward, it's almost like it left you thinking like, but this was meant to be, but this was supposed to be a good thing. But honestly, the card you're telling me, it's really not about that. This is a soul contract, but this soul contract came to you to teach you something. And this soul contract was here to teach you about whether you really cared about this person, or did you really hate being single, Aquarius. So I see that something ended, a soul contract, but so you did feel strongly for this person because there was a soul contract, but it feels like this person came to your life to teach you. Were you really here because this was truly compatible and good for you? Or was it because you just have a really hard time being single? You have a really hard time starting over. You have a really hard time getting back on the dating scene, you know? But little by little, you're going to take your time. You're going to focus on money. You're going to take your time to heal. You're going to take it one step at a time. But I feel like what that's going to cause for you while you're in the process of healing, you're going to become a bit guarded, fearful of new people. And it might even get to a point where when things get too serious, you might run away. When things get too serious, you're not going to want to be involved. Right? So, in the position of the other person, I mean, I think they were happy with you. I think they felt as if you checked off a lot of the boxes, but you didn't have that 5-10% that they were looking for. So maybe you were 90-95% of what they were looking for, but it seems like that 5-10% was still enough for them to leave, was still enough for them to move on. Hopes, fears, and or advice. We do have right here the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So I think what you fear is whenever this does come back, that it won't solidify. But I do feel like this is in general when it comes to relationships. I think you fear that whenever you meet someone that you like, that it won't ever turn into a commitment or it won't turn into a long-term thing. So, one more recap. So it seems like we're crying over spilt milk or we're heartbroken over something that ended in the past. And now we desperately want attention at all costs, good or bad, because something did not succeed. Something did not succeed, but the cards are challenging you to really think about it. Because it seems like you were really holding on to this relationship or to this person simply because you did not want to be single. You checked off most of the boxes for this person. You did, but not all of them, you know? And as far as judgment in reverse, it seems like you want to reach out, but at the same time, there is this hesitancy because you don't want conflict, you don't want confrontation. So I think you're going to take your time, move forward, take it day by day, minute by minute, second by second to heal. But I think what that is going to cause for you moving forward for the rest of December, if you are going to be dating for the rest of these days, I feel like this is also going into 2026. That's also the feeling that I'm getting, is we're going to be fearful. And whenever things solidify, just like that Ace of Pentacles in reverse, we're going to run away. We're going to run away. Or maybe people are going to run away from you. But I feel like when it comes to the ex, I think both of you guys are going to be avoiding each other for the rest of December with the Three of Cups in reverse. Okay? So I do think you guys are going to continue to avoid each other for the rest of December. Otherwise, I do see that you're going to be healing. I do see that you want their attention. You're very hung up on the idea that it didn't work out. But the cards are telling me, did you really love them? I mean, I do see that it was impactful. I do see it was an impactful situation, relationship, whatever it was, whatever dynamic it was. But for some reason, it doesn't work out. It didn't work out. But I still feel you guys avoiding each other. And while you're doing that, you're going to be healing, thinking about how it didn't work out. And for those who will be still dating, going out, meeting people, regardless, it tells me that you're going to fear things failing, and either you're going to avoid commitment due to fear of failure, fear of getting heartbroken, or we're going to keep meeting people who are that way. But I feel like it's going to be a combination of the two. Okay? Hi, Taco. Thank you so much for being here, Taco. It's been a long time coming. I know I've been very, very inconsistent the second half of 2025, just catching up with a few things. But thank you so much for being here, Taco. How are you? How are you? How are you? I am going to be doing a couple of $5 tarot readings at the end of this live stream, or towards the end of the live stream. So if you want to stick around, stay tuned. And that's for the rest of y'all. If you guys want to stick around after I finish doing the general reading for Aquarius, you all are more than welcome to stick around and ask a $5 tarot reading at the end. I'm only accepting payments through Cash App and PayPal. That is it. Okay. And the information is down below. So let's go ahead and go for singles. All right, so what messages, what predictions do we have for our Aquarius singles for the rest of December 2025 between now, December 18th through the 31st? What predictions do we have for our Aquarius singles? And yes, of course, you are more than welcome to book a private reading. You can always just go to my website. Thank you so much for always being a continued support. Taco Feelings here. I see that you changed your name. But for those who, if you know, you know. But for those who don't, my website is mermaidoracle.com. Okay? All right. All right, so let's go ahead and see for singles. All right, so let's go ahead and see what the cards have to say. You're losing your patience. You're losing your patience because I think for a lot of you Aquariuses, you have your shit together. You have your shit together. You got money, you got finances, you got careers, established careers or an established business. You have come to a place where you are so impatient. For a lot of you, you guys have taken the time to heal. A lot of you guys did not date for a while, or you guys took some time, some extra time, especially because the Four of Swords is in reverse. We took some extra time, extra space to heal, to recover. For some of you, you guys could have been hospitalized or institutionalized in a mental health place. Or this could have been where we probably had like a medical thing and we could have been in the hospital for a while, or we could have been recovering from something that took a while. Or this could just be about healing. Maybe we have just been focusing on healing and we took that extra time to heal, extra time to focus on ourselves. And even with that King of Wands, now we've come to a place where we know what we want. We are established in our careers. We are doing really well, but now we're impatient. Okay. We want love. Okay. We want somebody now, and, but the challenge is believing that miracles do happen. I feel like you still see yourself as the wounded one. You still see yourself as the one who was deceived, the one that was betrayed. Okay. And when it's in reverse, this comes out for you in reverse. We got to come out of that mentality, the victim mentality that, oh, boo-hoo, me, life was so fucked up to me. Why can't I have love? We got to get out of that mentality. That alone is getting in the way of your relationships, especially your sexual relationships, especially for those who are open-minded enough to have casual relationships, or who did have casual relationships, especially during the time when they were focused on healing. So I do see that you guys still had sexual relationships, or you guys had casual situations while you guys took that extra time to heal. But now you know what you want. Now you know what you want. Okay. And now you're ready. But you're impatient. You're impatient. But I think we need to, I think you guys have done a lot of the healing. We just need to come off of that victim mentality. And I feel like that is basically part of moving on, moving forward, because a lot of us tend to forget that, being in that mindset is not very attractive. Give me a second. And it just seems like right here that I think that as we continue moving forward and you don't get what you want with that King of Pentacles in reverse, we lose our ground. We lose our sense of balance here. Okay. And for some of us, we might even just come to a point where whenever we do meet someone, it's like we're going to treat the other person as if they owe you something. Like, have you ever been on a date with someone who is just like, well, what do you bring on the table? Or when you go on a first date with someone, like, I'm only paying for my plate. You're paying for your plate. Or have you ever been on a date with someone who let's just say you ask them for a favor and they're like, yeah, I'll do this favor for you, but then you will owe me. You owe me. You know, those kind of people. You don't want to become that person. Okay. Now, I know we've done a lot of healing, and I think for the most part, 99% healed. I feel like Aquarius's singles are 99% healed. And I feel like that last 1% is getting ourselves from out of that victim mentality. And we got to treat every person as if it's a new person. We can't blame them for what other people have done to you in the past. Okay. But I think that a lot of you guys will come to that realization, and I think that will end, because I think a lot of you guys will notice that this behavior is just not attractive. I think if anything, people will keep you at arm's length if you continue acting that way. I do think that a lot of you guys will have your options open the rest of December, and I feel like even moving on to January, a lot of you guys will have your options open. But the thing is, in the position of the self, you are so focused on you and not getting hurt, not letting yourselves be deceived or be fooled by anyone anymore. I think that a lot of you guys are so focused on that sometimes we scare people away, new people away, because we have that mentality, because we have that mindset, or we're in this mindset in this time frame, December 18th through the 31st, and it's not going to work. It's not going to work. I think you guys are going to realize that more coming towards the end of December, and I do think there's going to be a lot of healing. I do think that this habit, this unconscious habit, because I feel like for a lot of you guys, this is going to be something you guys do subconsciously, due to things that have happened, that you guys will know, you guys will realize that you guys are not dumb. Okay, we're talking to Aquarius here. And I think you guys will realize that, come to that realization, and I think you guys will do your best to end that. And especially with Death card, we will come to that 100% healing. Okay? Hi, Jess, Tammy. Thank you so much for being here. All right, so let's go ahead and go to the next one. Situationships, on again, off again relationships. And for those who are in a friend with benefits, casual relationship, this is going to be the reading for you. Okay? Let's see what the cards have to say. Universe, what predictions do we have for our Aquariuses who are in situationships, on again, off again relationships, or for those who are involved in a friend with benefit situation and are curious to hear any messages? What predictions do we have for those Aquariuses for the rest of December 2025? Okay, let's see. Someone here has their options open. Look, I don't want you to think, if you are in a situationship or involved with someone that hasn't brought up that conversation about what are we going to do? Are we ever going to commit? Or if you're waiting for that person to commit to you or to bring it up, I do think this person is seeing multiple people, or somebody here is seeing multiple people. But I don't want you to think that they're fucking around. I think this person is looking for something serious. But I think they are more focused on who plays their cards right. So if this is a thing where, because when we see the Ace of Wands is actually a wonderful card when it's on the upright for situationships or friend with benefits, especially if you're hoping to hear some good news or wondering if this will ever turn into a commitment. This is pretty much as good as it gets. This is telling me that if you play your cards right, You could, in fact, convince this person that you are the one. You could, in fact, impress this person so much if you play your cards right that they're going to want to be with you. It just depends on whether or not you're going to play your cards right. Okay. And I love this card because I usually when I give people good news, they feel like that's a green flag to just be an asshole or to ruin things. And then when things don't pan out the way that I saw it in the cards, I'm just like, well, what the fuck did you expect? Like, you acted like an asshole. You should have taken my advice so you can get the outcome, and then you can get the outcome that you saw, right? So this is a good card because it's telling me that if you play your cards right, you could, in fact, convince this person to commit to you because this person is looking for commitment. Yeah, they're keeping their options open, but it's with the intention that they are looking for something serious. They are looking for something more, and they are keeping their options open. And your challenge is, yes, to solidify that. With the Lover's card, your challenge is to make that into a commitment, right? Because things did not work out in the past. And even then, if this is someone that you have been dealing with for a little while, I do see that there are issues with this person with whom you have this situationship, on again, off again relationship with, because it seems like they have either cut communication or there isn't a lot of communication coming from them. But you're very hopeful. You are very, very hopeful, Aquarius. Okay? That with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, the thing is that the moment you feel like things are doing better, you feel like you're always going back to square one with this person. And I feel like that cycle won't end. And I think that's going to cause you to be a little protective of yourself, okay? Hopes, fears, and or advice with the Sun card in reverse. Look, I'm going to tell you something. So Aquarius, don't act out, okay? Let's not get out of character or just become a blatant or an insolent person simply because I feel like some of us will probably just act like a dick, you know? It could be you, it could also be the other person too. Because the cards are telling me you play your cards right, okay? I do feel like this person is playing hard to get. So if they are being a little distant, or you're not hearing from this person much, or they're not really responding to your text, they are playing hard to get. And it seems like there has been this pattern of like, kind of feels like a vicious cycle where it's like whenever it feels like it's kind of getting better, or it feels like it's moving to a positive direction, we're back at square one. And I feel like it's going to cause us to want to be guarded. It's going to make us want to act out. Don't do that, okay? But I feel like what's going to happen instead, moving forward, leaving December, going into January with the Ten of Cups in reverse, I think what we're going to do instead is that I think you're going to stay hopeful, but at the same time, we're going to do this thing where it's like both parties here are going to be focused on trying to make the other person feel like they're doing so much better without them. You might be posting pictures on Instagram, that you went to Cabo and then you went to London and then you went to Indonesia and you came back, and it's all, and maybe you did, but it's all with the intention of giving the other person the impression that you're doing fine, that you're doing great, And if you're just doing it for you, then it's for you. But it seems like both parties here would be doing that. And again, that's just an example, right? This can play out in many ways, right? So point is that what I'm seeing here is that you guys are involved in a relationship where it's a bit of, there's a bit of a vicious cycle here. I do see that someone here is keeping their options open, but it's with the intention of getting into a commitment, finding the right person for them. And I feel like that's going to be more the other person. Because I do think they're going to play hard to get. I do think they're not going to be very communicative. I don't even know if that's even a word, but they're not going to be very communicative. And to be frank with you, I just feel like it's going to be one of those things where, one second, let me plug in my laptop here. One second. Alrighty. And again, the cards are saying, depending on how you play your cards, right, this can go your way, right? But it seems like instead, what's going to happen is that both of you guys are just going to do this whole thing of like, oh, I'm doing fine. I'm doing okay. Or let's just say maybe you guys do end up catching up. One person ends up reaching out to the other, right? This could be a thing where it manifests in a way where let's just say you call them, hey, how are you? What's up? What's going on? Oh, I just came from a trip to Cancun and I went with 10 of my girlfriends and we had so much fun and I talked to so many dudes. And point is, it is to get a reaction, but also to make you feel like, oh, I was so unfazed when you left. I barely even noticed when you left. I barely even noticed that we weren't talking. That's kind of the vibe that we get when we see the 10 of Cups in reverse. Okay, but remember, it really depends on whether or not you're going to play your cards right. Okay, this can manifest into something more. Okay, but it seems like that might not even happen in December. Okay. Alrighty, and then we have right here Malayana Davis 730. Sorry if I butchered that. Am I pulling on the energy of a Leo male? I understand my healing process is still needed. Yes. I've come to understand my shadows and wounds. I do not want to influence this energy. Well, I'm glad that you acknowledge that, about yourself. And I'm happy that you are in your healing. According to the cards, you are almost there. Happy healing, happy holidays. And you might be pulling energy on your Leo male. I have no idea. But I will be answering questions for the audience at the end if you want to stay tuned and ask a question, okay? Yes, I'm taking donations. Yes. Through Cash App or Venmo. The information is down below. All right, so let's go ahead and go for the next sign. And the next portion of the reading, which would be newly involved, or for those who met somebody new. Let's see, what cards do we have for those Aquariuses who just met somebody new? Yes, sorry, I meant PayPal and Cash App. I don't know what I said. PayPal and Cash App only. Okay, the information is down below. Did I say Venmo? Sorry, not Venmo. Venmo's not working. My Venmo is not working for me right now. Sorry, I always say Venmo when my Venmo isn't even working. I don't know why I always keep saying Venmo. All right. All right, so let's see. For those who are newly involved, or Aquariuses who are newly involved, what messages do we have for Aquariuses between December 18th through the 31st. What predictions do we have for them for the rest of December 2025? Let's see. You think that this person is exactly everything that you want. That's wonderful. But the thing is, the challenge is the Lovers. Oh my God. So your challenge is solidifying relationships this month. It is the holidays. Well, I mean, that's no excuse, but things came out. Things came out. There was some truths. There was some deception. Or something came out to the surface, some truths. Some things that either you were being lied about or someone here was lying. Someone here was deceiving the other person. Okay? But I feel like if it's the other person, it's like at the same time they're justifying their actions. So let's go ahead and start from the very beginning. So it seems like the truth came out about something, or something will come out. And maybe this truth has to do with the fact that someone here doesn't feel the same way as they did in the beginning. Someone here doesn't feel the same spark. And now it's going away, okay? And especially with the Four of Cups in reverse, this person is bored. This person is dissatisfied. And this is why we're having a hard time turning this relationship into a commitment. And there's going to be fights. Or maybe this came out. I almost get the feeling that this came out in the middle of an argument. Maybe someone here said something, well, you know what? Things aren't the same. Or, you know what? Maybe we just don't feel the same way about each other. Or, you know what? I feel like this relationship lacks luster or whatever. And with the Two of Swords in reverse, someone here is going to make a decision. Someone here is going to make a decision. And I feel like this is someone trying to make a decision between you and an ex. So especially, I get the feeling that especially if you guys are newly involved with someone who's recently divorced or someone who just came out of a relationship, they might be considering going back to an ex, if you want me to be honest, okay? And I feel like the main problem here is that you might not be giving them enough attention because you're busy, you work, you have a life, you have a career, you're established, Aquarius. So I'm getting the feeling that, okay, this is what I'm seeing. There's something here about something coming out or something that will come out to the surface. And it could be in the context of we got into an argument with someone and someone here mentions, you know what, I just don't feel the same. I'm thinking about my ex, or I haven't gotten over my ex. And yeah, they might have said it out of spite, but it is the truth. So if they try to take it back later, no, it's the truth, okay? And yeah, they are dissatisfied. They are bored in this current situation, and they are going to make the decision to move on and move forward with somebody else. Because yes, the challenge is the Lovers. The challenge is getting this person to commit to you. You really think that they're the one. That's terrible. Terrible in the context of, you know, this person leaving to be with somebody else. That's what I mean, being terrible. But you're going to keep focusing on yourself. I don't think this is going to get in the way of your work. I don't think this is going to get in the way of your business, your career. You're going to be fine. Hopes, fears, and or advice. And that is something you fear. And that is something you fear, Aquarius. You're worried that this betrayal, you're worried that this person leaving you behind will end up leaving you so distraught that it will just mess everything up for you. So much so. But the thing is that you, Aquarius, with the Page of Cups in reverse, yeah, like I just get this feeling that someone here is not going to feel the same way. Someone here is not going to feel the same way. Okay? That's what they're telling me. And I feel like because this is coming out as the 10th card, I feel like for a lot of you, this might end up panning out or taking place more towards the end of December, where we see this argument with this person. And this person's like, you know what? I might just end up back with my ex. You know, like, but and yes, it could be out of spite, it could be whatever or whatever. The point is, it is the truth. And I do think that they are going to make the decision to go back with an ex. Okay, and I don't think this is a new person. They told you it's a new person, that's a freaking lie. This is an ex, or this is someone they dated before. Okay? Thank you so much, Taco, for your donation. I will be with you in just a second. We're just going to read one more group of people for those Aquariuses who are in a committed relationship. This is also for those who are in a domestic partnership with them, or who are engaged with them, married with them, right? Okay, so let's see for our committed Aquariuses. Universe, what do we have for our Aquariuses who are in a committed relationship? What do we have for them? What predictions do we have for our Aquariuses? Wow, look at what card came out. 4 of Wands. I'm going to leave it on the side because that talks about marriage, building a home with someone, or building a foundation with someone. So you've been thinking about getting married to someone. This is the card for you. This could be the sign for that. If you are looking to buy a house or to build a house and working on that with a partner, I see that happening as well. All right, so let's see. Okay, so Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Wands in reverse, Knight of Cups, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Temperance reversed, Nine of Swords in reverse, the Sun reversed, Knight of Pentacles, Page of Cups, and the Magician in reverse. And then in the bottom we have Page of Wands. Nice. Okay, so wow, I've been talking for 45 minutes. Wow. All right, so we have right here Page of Wands. So with the Page of Wands, we're going to receive some news. We're going to receive some news, a message, something. Let me see, what is this news about? Yeah, something that is coming out to the surface. Let's see what, yes, we're going to hear some news. Oh, the feeling that I'm getting with these, the feeling that I'm getting with this is that someone might spill the beans. Someone might spill the beans about something, maybe about your partner. So be aware of that. We do have right here that the Ace of Pentacles, starting off with the committed relationship, people, Ace of Pentacles. So this is telling me right here, we come into this time frame, 18th through December 31st, right? We come into this time frame focusing on establishing things, focusing on building that foundation with this person, okay? Focusing on the practical aspects of this relationship, right? But our challenge here is that someone here is being hesitant. All of a sudden, someone here is not putting their part. You're starting to see some hesitancy on their end with the Knight of Wands in reverse. This could be a fire sign, a Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, most especially an Aries with the Page of Wands, or a Leo having the Sun card in reverse. It could also be a Sagittarius because we have Temperance. So it could really be any of the fire signs. It could be Aries, it could be Sagittarius, or it could be Leo. I'm seeing all 3 fire signs. This can also be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, most likely a Pisces. Or this could be an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. They're not specifying which of the earth signs, but this could also be with an earth sign, a water sign, most likely a Pisces, or any of the fire signs, okay? But I'm seeing a thing where you guys are focused on moving things to the next level. That's your mindset during this time. And it could be, again, getting married, building a house with someone, And now all of a sudden we're seeing hesitancy. That's in the position of the challenge, or what's challenging us during this time frame, or an obstacle that we're going to be dealing with during this time frame. Knight of Wands in reverse. Now all of a sudden, someone here is hesitating, but you love them. You love them so much. For a lot of you, I get the feeling that a lot of you guys will propose or will want to bring up the conversation of getting married. But the thing is that you have already noticed that there's a lot of incompatibilities here. And for some of you, you know that this person has a substance abuse problem, or they might have a vice where you know that it will eventually become a problem. So either we know that there's a vice, or there's already been incompatibilities here, okay? So, and now we're in a place where either we've started this new project with this person, we've started building something with this person. It could be a business. It could be buying a home with this person, especially for those who are newly committed, right? It could be about, having more kids or having kids now, right? Or getting married with that Four of Wands, right? But now we're challenged because someone here is hesitant. Why? Because I feel like this person feels like they want to take their time. I feel like this person wants to take their time with you. But the thing is that I feel like you're so sure about this whole situation that you're just like, what's the hesitancy for? I like you, you like me. Why are we hesitating? Like, I see you thinking this way. And it will bring you a lot of stress. So much stress that I think you will have a hard time sleeping. We could be crying ourselves to sleep. Okay? And we might lose our ground, our sense of balance. Okay? Hopes, fears, and our advice. I think what's going to help you with this situation is if you stay hopeful. Stay hopeful and focus on your ultimate goal that you want with this person. And I think that will help you be patient and empathize where they're coming from, and let them take their time to get to know you. But the thing is that you're not going to be feeling very confident. I think this whole idea doesn't make you feel very confident because you feel like they're the one. You feel like they're the one. I want to see more about this Magician card. Oof, be careful, because we might come to a point where we would want to become an asshole. Okay, we might be tempted to be an asshole. Okay, so be careful. We might become so pessimistic that we might subconsciously become an asshole, or we just become an asshole. Okay, let's not get to that point. Point is that we're building something with someone, a business, a project, a home, or wanting to get married with someone here. But I'm seeing things coming out to the surface. I'm seeing truths coming out. But I feel like this is a thing where the feeling that I got for some of you is like some of you guys getting a message from a relative and being like, I don't think he's ready. Or maybe you talking to your future in-laws, or the people who you think would be your in-laws, being like, hey, Mark is not responding. Last time we were talking about marriage, and now he's acting strange. And this could be a thing where their parents are like, well, knowing my child, we probably don't want to be with you, right? Or they want to take things slow, or they're starting to freak out a little bit. But I feel like that's more the latter. They're starting to freak out a little bit, or they want to take their time. Or maybe you guys should just, slow it down a little bit. I feel like you guys will get some message in that kind of context. But I feel like you guys are so sure about this person that you guys are going to lose your patience, but let's not turn into an ugly person, okay? Stay hopeful. I can't wait to do January readings. Alrighty, guys. Who wants a $5 reading? So, Taco, I know you submitted a payment for a couple or a few questions here. So, whenever you're ready, go ahead and there's my cards. I'm going to get a different deck right now. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and answer your first question. Let me see if there's anybody else who submitted a payment. Okay, this is taking forever to log in. Sorry about that. So I don't see anything on Cash App yet. And then for you, Taco, well, I got your payment. Let's see if there was somebody else. No? Max, you are next. You are the only one who submitted a payment. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and send your question over. Every time someone says "alrighty," it kind of just it reminds me of Jim Carrey when he says "alrighty then." I don't know why it always reminds me of that. I love Jim Carrey. How have you been? It's been a while since we talked. I know, right? It's been a while that I've live streamed too. I've been trying to live stream. It's that, especially getting closer to the holidays, it just gets a little hectic for me. But, I'm doing well. I am getting some more yoga gigs. For those, if you know, but for those who don't, I am a yoga teacher. And I became a volleyball coach also as well for a school here in the area. I'm just focused on that. And then, of course, starting the new year, I am going to be booking more classes. But I'm looking to book classes in hospices, okay? Because everybody got to work out. Yeah, I became a volleyball coach, and it was like so random. I wasn't even looking to teach volleyball, but like the school hit me up, and the school hit me up and were looking to replace the volleyball coach that they had, and I took it over. So that's so 90s. What's so 90s? Volleyball? You're booking private with me? Yes, please do so. I will be free on the weekend. If you want to book soon, I will find time on the weekend for you. If not, during the week next week. All right, so for your reading, we are going to be reading with the Influence of the Angels Tarot with Jody Baczynski Barbesi. Oops. Volleyball is so 90s, I guess. And I only played in college briefly. I didn't even do it in high school. And I played in college so briefly that I forgot about it. And yeah, so it wasn't until after I did the orientation and got hired and everything that I was like, oh yeah, I did do volleyball. Because they did ask me. They were like, well, do you know how to play volleyball? I was like, yeah. And they're like, so you can teach or coach volleyball? And I'm like, I think so. And I didn't remember until after all of it that I was like, oh yeah, I was in the volleyball in college. That's interesting. And I totally forgot about it because, like I said, it was so brief. I didn't do it for a long time. And I didn't even do it in high school. I played other sports in high school, so. But yes, whenever you're ready, Taco, go ahead and ask your first question. You can ask 7 questions. Hi, Diana. Thank you so much for your donation. Whenever you're ready, I will, or whenever I'm done with Taco, I will answer your questions after. Thank you so much for your donation, Diana. Should I book in the same building or go with, oh, for the next 2 weeks? Okay, so should I book in the same building for the next 2 weeks? Okay, for another 2 weeks. All right, let's see. Alrighty, let's go ahead and see what cards we have for you next. And we have right here 4 of Swords in reverse, and then we have Knight of Swords reverse, 6 of Wands, the Chariot, King of Wands in reverse, Strength, and the 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, I got a yes, as a matter of fact. Place is good. The place is good. I got really good cards. The Chariot, Strength, 6 of Wands. You got really great cards. But it is telling me here at the same time there could be at least 1 or 2 other places that you were looking at, and that's why you were curious. Or you could be eventually find the other 2 options, but I think the cards are telling you stay in the same place for the next 2 weeks for sure. Next question, Taco. Okay. You're now pulling up options to from the same building to read on. Perfect. But first, what? Alrighty, let's go ahead and see. Will you have your visa before you have to leave the country and return? Alrighty, so you have in the bottom of the deck Death in reverse. We have Four of Cups, Two of Cups, Page of Swords in reverse, the Hierophant, Five of Cups in reverse, and the Lovers. So let's see. Yes, I got a yes. I do think so, but it is something that's going to stress you out even up until you receive it. Okay, so it is telling me here you will. And as a matter of fact, I do see you reuniting with the wifey. But, and I feel like that could also be the reason. Maybe it is also to see the wifey. Okay. But it is telling me right here that even up until you receive it, you're still going to be freaking out about it. So, and I do see that you're waiting for it. And it seems like, you're feeling a little dissatisfied without it right now. It's like, oh, I just want it right now, which I get it. Alrighty, Max. Any other questions for me? What's your next question, Taco? Hi, Taco. Can I go ahead and answer Diana's reading and then I can come back to you? Is that okay? All right, Diana, are you here? You once told me, Diana Capricorn, that I'm working through employment karma. Damn, I don't even remember this reading. Could you provide more insight into this matter? Thank you. Well, can you remind me a little bit what was this reading about? Can you give me a little insight? Because I'm not trying to figure out what employment karma means, or I guess what I was trying to mean during that time. Can you give me a little snippet as to what I said to you before so that I could then proceed? Because I don't know what I'm employment karma, or was that a typo? Let me know. All right, so you said you experienced health issues this year. I have not been working for most of this year. My employment opportunity is going to improve moving forward. Okay, so I'm going to see if we will be employed in 2026. Do we see employment for you in 2026? Does that sound good? Do we see employment for you in 2026? Is that what you want to know? Or what would you prefer to know? Let me know. What do you mean by career employment status? Can you give me a full sentence, a full question here? Or do you want to know about now? Do you want to know if you will find a job during, anytime between now and the end of the year? How do you want me to ask it? Lunadia, I remember that name, but gosh, then again, I haven't done readings in such a long time. So let's go ahead and see. Do we see you making money? Do we see you starting a new job? Do we see you starting a new job in 2026? Do we see you starting a new job in 2026? All right, so we have right here Page of Swords in reverse, and then we have Strength, the Star, Two of Cups, wonderful, Six of Swords in reverse, the World, this is great, and definite yes, I do see you meeting, or I do see you getting a job in 2026. January? Could even be in January. Could even be in January. Okay? Any other questions for me, Nadia? Or Diana, sorry, Diana. Alrighty, thank you so much, Diana. I appreciate that. Appreciate the support, and I can't wait for you to get that job. Always come back and let us know how things went. Happy holidays. Thank you. Max, whenever you're ready, I'm here for you. I'm sorry. Get is above. Sorry, I don't know what you mean by that. Sorry. I don't know what you mean by that. I'm taking a painkiller for my back. Okay, I'm sorry. Are you taking some Oxycontin or some naproxen? I used to take those when I had a back injury. Oxycontin? Wow. Well, you're in Colombia. I'm surprised you're dealing with Oxycontin rather than the other stuff. Oh, you got a private pharmacist. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. And that's what I was telling you. I'm like, I'm surprised you're going to pharmaceuticals rather than the other stuff, you know? I mean, yeah, but it probably doesn't, or maybe it does. I don't know. Help you out with that, with numbing pains. I don't know. Okay, so let's see. Should you book room 1113 for 9 nights? You should do 1111. All right, so let's see. Mars squares Saturn today. So I threw my back today coughing on hash in the wrong position. Oh my goodness. That's terrible. But you know, things like that happen, man. I remember one time I stressed out so bad and I still had the injury in my back. That was before I went into my spiritual journey and I healed my own back. True story. Maybe one day I'll talk about it. I am thinking about starting a podcast. So that's what I've been working on in the background. Anyway, so I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I know how you feel. One time I threw my back, I got stressed out. One of my dad was teaching me how to drive in his Ford F-150. And it was my first time driving a car. It freaked me out. I stressed out, especially because it was an older F-150. So I couldn't bring the seat to the front because it was like a whole just one seater thing. And I couldn't bring it to the front. And I'm short. I'm fucking short, you know? So I couldn't reach to the pedal. And it was stressful for me. And it was a big car. Yeah. Oh, you got injured doing skateboarding. Oh my God. Anyway, I'm sorry that you're stressed out. You can always meditate with Jose Silva. That always helps out a lot. Okay, or listen to binaural beats. You know what I do is when I'm working out helps releasing energy, and I know you work out a lot. I listen to binaural beats for healing and losing weight fast. I listen to binaural beats while I'm working out, and I'll be at the gym for like a whole 2-3 hours and just listening to meditation music to help me cleanse and also help me. So I kind of like do like two birds with one stone. Or when I work out, but I'm also healing, and I'm also working on myself. Right? Just an idea. That's what I do. You're short. You're probably not as short as me. I'm 5'3", but it is telling me right here. Okay, so we have 7 of Wands, and to answer your question, yeah, you can, but it's not going to be the best. I mean, I do think you could. I think you might like something else. I mean, but the cards are not saying no necessarily, but it's not going to be like, OMG, I was so happy with this. No, I just see that it would be an all right choice. It would be like an choice. Like it will just suffice. It would suffice, but that would just be that, right? Next question. We have 4 more questions for you. Yeah, well, that's what's occurring. They're telling me, yeah. So if you think the others are going to be about the same, well, then that is that. You would just have to choose which one. You never know. I mean, there might be, maybe my cards might say yes for one of them because you might enjoy the view better or something. I don't know. Maybe the heater will work a lot better versus the other apartments. I don't know. You let me know. Is it cold over there? Between now and February or in February? Let me say that again because I was yawning. Your wife's online income between now and February, or her income in the month of February? So you don't have any seasons. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna ask multiple questions with this one, okay? So I'm gonna see between now and February, will she make more than $1,000 within these next few months in total? Between now and the end of February, will she make more than $1,000 with her online account, her online business, her online content? Will she make more than a total of $1,000? Yeah. Okay. No, she won't, but expect her attitude to change towards you. And you might think, oh, she's going to be a bitch to me. No, she'll be nicer. Okay. Because now she's going to think to herself, well, now I need to rely on my man. Okay. Um, my man is my meal ticket. So she might act a little nicer. Will she make more than $1,000 between now and the end of February? No. But it could also be, the season. It could be around, the holidays. Fucking it up for everyone. No seasons here aside from dry or wet. Okay, okay. The next 6 seasons are dry. I see, I see. Okay, so to answer your question, yeah, I don't think she will make more than 1,000 during these next 2.5-ish months. I don't think she'll make more than 1,000. And expect her attitude to change towards you. Expect her to be a little nicer. Expect her to try in the relationship. Any other questions, Taco? But hey, I don't know how, OF works, or if it just slows down around that time because a lot of businesses do get a lot slower during this time. So it might be, the holidays, okay? I don't know, but it could be. But I feel like during these 2.5 months, I don't see her making more than 1,000. Okay, so the other night she had a meltdown and it was supposedly over red wine. Um, like, was it a thing where she was drunk and she just became like, like too much? Or was it a thing where she was having a meltdown over red wine? Or both? I understand. It wasn't the red wine, it was just suspicious. Okay, okay. I see, I see. Anything else she might be lying about hiding since she's been back? Okay, okay, okay. So let's see. Okay, was she saying the truth when she had a meltdown and was blaming it on the red wine? No, she was not saying the truth. I have the devil in reverse. No, she was not saying the truth. Has she been involved with another person, a third party? No. Was she having a meltdown over somebody else? Yes. So she's not involved with anybody else, but she was having um, a meltdown about somebody else. A Page of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo individual. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So what was the reason? Well, like I said, like I don't think it was wine, but I do think she was having a meltdown over someone. Most likely a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, a third party, not you, because I know you're a Taurus. Because I did ask if it was, over a third party that she's not involved with anymore, and the cards are saying yes. Um. So yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I want to see, did they break up or did things end between them on that day? Yes. Yes. Yes, this person probably had the suspicion or probably knew that she had somebody else, that she was two-timing. He either had the suspicion or he knew, and he wasn't going to deal with it. He knew that she was juggling. She was juggling the both of you. So I asked if it was romantic. No. I'm going to ask if it was casual, a more of a friends with benefits, situationship kind of thing. No. Was this like a fling? Yeah, it was more of a fling. But this person is going to return, or she's going to probably return. Let's see, who's going to return to who? Is it going to be Sabrina returning to this person? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and this person didn't hesitate. This person like walked away. So it was a fling. This person walked away, and I think it hurt her because I think she was expecting it for it to turn into something more, especially romantic, but it didn't. Like, I don't even see them like dating a little bit. Like, I don't even see that. Like, I feel like this either turned into a fling or a one night stand, but she had either the impression or she had thought that it would be something more, but this person did not look back. But she will return to this person, or she will try to reach out to this person. She will try to reach out. Yes. Josh, is this person Josh? Can you give me a zodiac sign, a sun sign for Josh? Can you give me Josh's zodiac sign if you have it? If you don't, let me know. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and see. Is this person named Josh? Is this person named Josh? All right, so we have 10 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords in reverse, 8 of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, 5 of Cups in reverse, and the Empress in reverse. No, I don't think it's Josh. I do not think it's Josh. I'm going to go ahead and ask if it's somebody you know. Is it somebody you know of or you know? No. 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 And especially because it's the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, she made sure that it wasn't anybody you would know. Because I think she would know that you would just end it really quick, you know? What was she lying about? Well, she was lying over the red wine. She was crying over somebody else. And she blamed it on the red wine. She wasn't crying over the red wine. But I'm going to see if this person is in Colombia or this person is in the States. No, this person is not in Colombia. Is this person in the States? Yes. Yes. Did things end that night that she had the meltdown? Yes. Yeah. Because she was being distant, you know, and he knew that she was somewhere else. So I think this person got the suspicion that she was with another person, or she was with a man, or she knew, or he knew, this person knew that she is married. And he was like, you know what, maybe I shouldn't be dealing with this. She's with her man, you know, and that's why he left. So I don't think it's someone in Colombia. I think it's someone that she was involved with while she was in the States, and when she went to go and see you, that, or whenever, you know, that day that falling out happened, this could have been a thing where it ended over the phone, or he just blocked her and she found out about it and it ended. Yeah, I don't think it's in Colombia. Perfect. Any other questions? Okay, so let's see the context as to why it, you know, it fell out. Why did it fall out? Did this person know that she was involved with someone already? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think she even mentioned it too. But I think she mentioned it more like she was like distraught or she wasn't happy. So she was upfront with her being involved already or being married with you. So this person knew from the get-go. Okay, so then why? What happened? Justice in reverse. Someone here, there's something here where things were just not fair. It had to do with communication. Maybe he felt like he wasn't getting enough attention. Yeah, yeah, exactly what I said. He felt like he wasn't getting enough attention because she was sharing attention between you and him, right? She was splitting her attention, for you and him. And I think he realized that. And he was just like, you know what, I'm just not going to deal with this. Even though he already knew that she was taken, like, it, like, all of a sudden just clicked to him, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe I shouldn't be involved with her. And then it ended. Did this end in an argument? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think she defended herself. I think she defended herself. I think she stood out for herself and she was confident. And I think she was just like, well, I was a married woman. I think she defended herself. And I think that's where it went south. I think she defended herself. And because this is upright and it's the Empress, she's the archetype of the mother wife. So I think that's what caused the context. And she was just like, hello, I think you knew that I'm married, and it blew over. Did they meet at the club? You mean the club that she works? But yeah, like I'm getting the feeling that she didn't lie to him. I think she was honest, but she kind of gave this context that she wasn't happy, 5 of Cups, that things weren't doing well, but she didn't give off the vibe that, that she was like ready to leave you. No, no, no. She gave off more the vibe that she was distraught, that things weren't going well, um, but that she was married. Okay, so let's see if she met this person at the club where she works. Oopsie, sorry. I got a definite yes. Yeah, she met him where she works. At the club that she works. Yep. Any other questions, Taco? Alrighty, so we have strength right here. And then we do have right here the Fool, the High Priestess in reverse, Knight of Swords, Three of Swords, Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Cups. I don't think I don't think this person works there. I don't think this person works there. This person just frequents there. But I feel like this person only frequented there or frequents there because they're not happy with life. I feel like this person could be divorced or this person broke up with someone, but this person isn't involved with anyone. I asked if this person was married or if this person was involved with somebody, and they told me no. As a matter of fact, the cards told me he just ended something with somebody. So whoever this person is that Sabrina is involved with, it seems like this person frequented strip clubs or frequented the club. Simply because like they were just bored or just not happy with life. It seems like they went through a breakup or something like that didn't work out, and that's how they met. Any other questions, Taco? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your donation. You have 5 questions. Whenever you're ready, Taco, I'll be here for you. No one else has submitted a donation yet. Is this really happening right now? Wife just admitted to all of this right now, everything that you had just said. Well, I didn't think this conversation was happening right now, but okay. How do you feel? How are you? How do you feel? I chuckled a little bit, but it was the way you said it, okay? um, okay. Okay. Then again, we had predicted this over a year ago as well. I predicted this would happen over a year ago for you. So, um, I just didn't think it was going to happen in real time while we're here live streaming for you, but oh my goodness, okay, you're fine. And what are your next actions? What are you thinking about doing? Or what do you want to ask now that you confirmed and you know that what I said is true? You have such the juiciest job. I know. I feel like I'm like the tarot version of the Mari show or Jerry Springer sometimes, you know? Like I can sometimes get this way sometimes. And yeah, sometimes my job can be a little entertaining. um, was that the first or only night outside the club that she had seen him? Okay, let's see if that was the only time that she had seen him outside the club. Was that the only time that she had seen him outside the club? Or hung out? I want to say hung out, because what if they like bumped into each other, you know, accidentally at the grocery store? We're not going to count that. So that one time that she admitted to, was that the only time that she hung out with him or spent time with him outside of being at the club that she works at? Yeah, it was. Remember we mentioned that it was a fling? Well, the cards are confirming that, and they're saying that, yeah, that was the only time. Were they sexually involved this night? The thing is that I feel like someone here just felt like they weren't compatible. Was it the other person? Was it the other person that she went to go see that felt this way? Yeah. Yeah. I feel like this person just didn't feel like they were compatible. Yeah. I do think that it would. The thing is that I feel like this person doesn't really feel like they're compatible. I think that's just what it is. You know, I think this person just didn't feel that connection, and he walked out on her. And he was like, "No, never mind." You know? I don't mean walking out of his own house, literally, but like walked out on her, you know, like left them behind. Okay? 4 more questions. If she stops lying and shows that she's maturing or that she's mature, the next move is to immediately forgive, being emotionally mature myself. Right, right. But are you seeing that? Are you seeing her there, or at least working on being there? Any other questions, Taco? You are back. Do you have any other questions for me? Explain to me, what does Mars square Saturn mean? Or you know what? I'm gonna look it up right now. What do you mean? True, false details. What do you mean? Explain. I have no idea what you mean. The truth set us free. About that night. Well, what? Okay. I think it was a one-time thing. I do think that there were cuddles. I do think that there were kissing. They probably did the whole Netflix and chill, but it was just about that. I do think that they had intimacy, yes. So I do think they were sexually involved, yes. Were there protection at least? Yes, there was protection. Okay. So yes, I do think that they had sex. They had protection. Did she spend the night? Yeah. Yeah. And see, this is the thing, like this is the card of the dreamer. So seeing this card almost makes me feel like she got all bubbly about this whole thing. Like she got butterflies out of this whole thing. And she was really, and that's probably why she just was so devastated. You know, it just all of a sudden just, he put her in a pedestal and he knocked her right out of it right after. Did he give her money that night? Yeah, there was money involved. So he did give her money that night. I'm going to see what were his intentions initially before he ended things. What were his intentions initially? King of Pentacles in reverse. The thing is that this person isn't healed. I really feel like this is an earth sign. I keep getting earth cards for this person. So Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, this person is also an earth sign, or at least has that as a moon sign or a rising sign or in their Venus, since this is a love reading. And I feel like with this King of Pentacles in reverse, the thing is that I feel like he's just, because he's so not healed, he's kind of not like a nice person. So he's kind of the very like if I do you a favor, like I gotta make sure that you pay me back, or or if I let you borrow money, oh, I'm gonna make sure you pay me back, right? Like they're one of those people that will call you every day. Let's just say hypothetically speaking, right? Like if you knew this person, this friend was a pal of yours, right? And let's just say he let you borrow $50, whatever, for gas, and you were gonna pay him the like whenever you could. And this could be a thing where it's like, Like he'll be calling you every day, like, do you have those $50? Do you have those $50? Yo, dude, it's been 3 days. $50. Come on. Like that's the King of Pentacles. Like they can't do a favor for someone out of their own heart. And they just can't be a good person because, or they can't just do something good because they automatically feel like people are taking advantage of them. They got to make sure that no one does. And so they go to these ugly lengths. So I don't even think he's a nice person. I think he's someone who needs a lot of healing. Will she see him or date him again between now and February? Let's see. Will Sabrina, Sagittarius, go out on a date with this person again or see this person again outside of the club between now and February? All right, so we have the Wheel of Fortune, and we have Queen of Swords, Seven of Swords reversed, the Tower, Eight of Pentacles reversed, the High Priestess, and the King of Pentacles in reverse. All right, so I keep getting this King of Pentacles in reverse. Seriously. Will they see each other outside of the club again? No, I don't think so. And I see him like eventually like talking to him or confessing something. Will he frequent the club again? Will he come back to the club between now and February? No, he's over it. He's over it. But I do think they're gonna either have a conversation or something is gonna come to light. Is he gonna directly confess something to Sabrina? No. Is she gonna confess something to Sabrina? Is Sabrina going to confess something to him? No. Will she find out stuff about him through other people or online? No. What is coming out to the surface? Why do we have the Seven of Swords in reverse? I think it's going to be more out of like deep meditation or reflection. Someone here is going to come to the realization of something. So if this is a thing where she just sits down and reflects on the whole thing, hypothetically, if it's her, this could be a thing where she's like, you know what, maybe he was just not ready, or you know what, he has a lot of healing. He just came out of a relationship. He was not in a good place, or something like that. Or like, you know what, if he didn't want me, so what? Like something. But I just see something coming, something like a truth coming up, but it's either through meditation or if this person is into that kind of stuff, you might get some answers through meditation and stuff like that. Why did she do that the first week she was back after she visited me? What was her long-term intentions? Was she looking for her next escape? Like, meaning, like, was she trying to, like, solidify another relationship, like, as a way out of this one? Like, is that what you're thinking? Like, she was solidifying a plan B? Is that your question? All right, so the question is, are there any other confessions that as of now she hasn't confessed? And what are the nature of these confessions, or what is it that she's hiding? All right, let's see. Oh, that's right. I didn't even answer it. Let's see. Right. Gosh. Let's see. Why did she do it? Why did she go forward with trying to see this person? Was she really trying to solidify another relationship? Let's see, yes or no. Was she trying to solidify another relationship as a plan B in case things didn't work out with her husband, Max? Yes, she was planning to walk away. Eight of Cups is the epitome of walking away from something long term, from something that you have built with, from someone that you have built a life with or built something with. So if this was a business thing, which obviously is not, this would have been like like an investor or business partner that would have walked away after you guys have done so much together, right? Um, this is someone who walks away after building so much. So obviously, you guys have been together for almost 20 years. So you have been building this thing with her where then, yeah, she was planning to walk away. She was planning to solidify things. Was she was she ready and willing to walk away, or was this more of a just in case things don't work out with Max kind of scenario? I want to see that. So let's see. I want to see if this is more of a just in case or if this is like she was really actively trying to find someone else. No, she was really, this is the World. So this is the last card of the major arcana. Oh, yeah. She just wanted to walk. This wasn't a thing where, like, oh, I'm going to try to solidify a plan B just in case things don't work out. Like, I'm going to make sure this person is around and stuff. Are there any other confessions that as of now she has not confessed? No, that is it. And then we do have this card right here, the Four of Pentacles in reverse. She's been, I think, other than that, I think she's been open and honest about anything that she should be open and honest about regarding anything that she's been doing behind your back. So I think she's on a clean slate other than that. So no other confessions that she would need to confess as of now, that she hasn't confessed. Any other questions? How many do you have left? Let me see. One more. One more question. And of course, you are more than welcome to donate more if you have more. What's her true intentions with me now in our relationship? Okay, let's do a relationship spread. Well, you have one more question from the last donation. You are more than welcome to send a donation for the last two, but it is telling me right here, I do have in her emotions death, okay? she just doesn't feel the same way as she used to. I don't think she feels the same way. That's the problem. And but with the Nine of Cups, as far as her thoughts, I wanna see why this is here. The thing is that she feels the thing is that I feel like she feels like you have a lot of the qualities that she wants in a person, and I almost get the feeling that she likes how you take over things like a husband should. You know, I think there's a lot you have a lot of the qualities that she's looking for. She just feels like it's not gonna go anywhere. Sorry, this is her thoughts. She just thinks this isn't gonna go anywhere. So this is her thoughts. She feels like you have all of the qualifications, everything that she wants in a person, right? And but the thing is that she thinks that it's not gonna go anywhere. And as far as emotionally, she's got death. And that's telling me right here that she doesn't feel the same way. It's over. She feels like it's done. With strength in reverse, she just feels like there's no more attraction. She just feels like you guys are just drifting apart. Her intentions, she's got Queen of Pentacles. So I think as far as her intentions, she wants to meditate. I think she wants to ground herself. I think she wants to focus on her money. That was the first thing that I thought about. I think she's going to start focusing on her money. I feel like she's kind of now focusing on her money as a way of an escape. Whereas before, I kind of took the feeling with that Queen of Pentacles where it was kind of one of those things where it's like, instead of relying on a man to walk away with or a man with money, she would rather just make the bank so she doesn't need anyone. As the relationship status, we have Ten of Swords. I think it's done. I think it's done. We're just beating a dead horse here. It's overkill. Like, you know, we're beating a dead horse here. And I think you're hopeful. I think you're hopeful. I mean, you're not happy. You're not satisfied with how things are. But part of you wants to stay hopeful. And I think you're going to show that. I think on the exterior, you're going to show that you're still for this relationship. And I think part of you is telling yourself, this is in your thoughts, King of Cups. You're telling yourself to stay calm, cool, and collected, to stay grounded for the both of you. But I feel like she just thinks that this isn't going to go anywhere. But she feels like you have a lot of the qualities that you're looking for. She feels like you're spiritually protected too. You know, like you have luck on your side, or you have like spiritual people that are on your side, or spiritual beings on your side. She just doesn't feel the same. I just feel like right now what she's going to focus on is herself and making money. Okay, what about him? What about the relationship? Is she going to put any effort? What are her intentions regarding the relationship? Well, I think she's just going to be honest from now on. I think what she's going to do is she's just going to be honest. Okay. I think what she's just going to do is that she's just going to make sure that she's always honest with you. Okay. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and see for the next questions. Why would she do that after the answer? Why did she do that after her 2-week visit? Like, it seems like you guys start off on, you guys wipe the slate clean. She proclaimed that she wanted to move forward. Why did she do that? Did she already know the guy before this 2-week thing? Yeah, she was already in a love triangle thing. He was already in the picture before she went to the trip and came back. So he was already there. So did she just lie that she wanted to move forward? Yeah. Yeah. Again, I feel like it's kinda one of those things where, like, she was trying to juggle the both of you until, either things solidified with the other guy or now, in this case, now she's more focused on making the money, um, or making sure that things solidified with the other person before she made the move, right? So I do think that she lied. She lied. She already had that person. That other person was in the picture already. I think I see that her just having this she just had this agenda at the time where she was just like, "I'm just gonna juggle the both of you until, things solidify with the other guy, and then I'll move forward," you know? She lied. Is she still holding resentment? No, I don't see her holding any more resentment. But she feels like you still are. I don't think she's fully convinced that you're good. Um, we already established they were there, but we wiped the slate clean. Right, right, right. Yeah. So he was already in the picture before she left to the trip. And then when she came back, she saw him privately, and that all happened. Then she went back to test the options, and he decided he's not interested, basically. Basically, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is it in your best interest to forgive her? I will expand the question, forgive her and give her and give her another chance and stay in the relationship rather than going forward with a separation and divorce. Okay, would it be in your best interest to forgive her and to stay in the marriage? Would it be in Max's best interest to forgive his wife and stay in the marriage? All right. So, well, the cards are telling me yes. Yes, but the thing is that the cards are telling me that the universe will still continue to present you with options. Okay? The universe will still present you with options, but the cards are telling me as far as like forgiving her and staying, I would. Well, the cards are saying yes. Yes, yes, yes. I'm surprised on that one. I'm surprised. Okay, so any other questions for me, Taco? Thank you so much, Taco. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. And I'm gonna say later to all y'all. Take care, blessed be, namaste. I'll think about making the other video. Should I? No, no. I need to go eat. Alrighty, so take care, blessed be, namaste, and I will see you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed the Aquarius video.